I was on video with my daughter, so it should not be screaming. Buffering. Oh, I have to reload. I might be squealing. I don't know. But reload. I might be squealing. I don't know. But, okay. Sounds pretty good. Reload. I might be squealing. I don't know. But, okay. Sounds pretty good. Okay. So, I was talking to Andrea. We was talking about Cherokee stuff. I don't know if you know, but a while back I did a hangout talking about Elizabeth Warren. And that got me studying my old history, which I still got to get. I didn't mean to do this soon. I got to get up in that cabinet and find my history. The Qualls family. And I kind of think, Indians didn't have names like James Qualls or say Gatewood Qualls. His name was Gator. And they didn't have last names like Qualls. I think Qualls is probably means you're from Koala. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about anything. I am sure about some things. I'm sure that I got a fistful of maps. So I'm going to start looking at some maps. Roll me a cigarette. Jenkins is going to take his place over there on the couch. Oh, looks like I paused my... Oh, okay. Pop out that... I may be in and out of the side chat because I'm going to be looking at some maps. I told Andrea I'd put up my maps. She's like, I could show you on a map. She sent me like, here it is on the map. I'm like, I think I have 100 maps. I don't know if I have 100. I probably got 50. So I hope I don't forget the share screen. But sometimes I forget to share screen. If I miss something, if I start talking and you don't see what I'm talking about, then let me know. So let's see what I can pull up. Oh, there I go. Not share screening. Okay, let this come up here. I'll get my share screen going. So he's talking about where the Cherokee reservation. I'm like, it's by Knoxville, Tennessee. And she's like, Knoxville's kind of a ways away. I said, no, it's at the fork of the river. I can't remember those two rivers. I think there's like 4 forks or 3 forks. 3 forks that lead into Knoxville. Let's hit the share here. Let's have a little look-see at this stuff. So in my pictures, no, in my videos, Cherokee. So yeah, I got a fistful of maps. I might have 100 maps here. Gosh, what are all these maps? Where do I start? Here, how about Koala 3? Let's see what that is. See, I didn't plan this. I want to plan a video to put all this together. So here's the right here. This is a Cherokee Reservation. This is Harris Cherokee Casino Resort. Here's Koala. Sometimes it's spelled with 2 L's, sometimes with 1. My family name is Qualls. So the only difference between my name and this name is instead of having an A on the end, it has an ES on the end. I think that means we are, or you are. We are in Spanish. Not sure. Yeah, you are. You be. You be. So koala, where I think I don't have any solid. I need to study my stuff again. It's been a long time since I looked at it. So here we are. We can see, and this has remained the same. Is that koala, or the koala would be the Ketawa, Ketawa. It just depends on how they spell it different ways. They pronounce it different ways, but we'll look through the maps and we'll see. So Knoxville, I don't think I quite have Knoxville in this. Let's see. Here's Koala. Koala would be at the, I don't see the dang rivers. All I see is roads. I know the river goes over here to the Tennessee River, goes up probably this 19, past Cherokee, up here somewhere to Knoxville. But anyway, here's where we're talking about. We're talking about the Eastern Cherokee Reservation, the casino, Cherokee's Harris Casino, and Qualla, which Qualla is at the fork of the Tanasi River. The Tanasi River is now called the Little Tennessee River. So that's Qualla. Now we need to find a map that shows us what was there, not what is there, what was there. So maybe this one. No, not that one. See, I don't have this planned. So, got so many maps. How about this one? Well, this is pretty good one. Now, at this time, you have the Euphrates River right here, and you have the Tanafsi River, and the Tanasi River goes down here to Ketoni, Ketonia, Ketowa. Yeah, original name. Kittowwa, Ketowa. And here's Kiowe. And you can see this has the upper Cherokees, the mid Cherokees, and the lower Cherokees. Okay. This Ketowa right here is basically pretty darn close to where Qualla is right now. And so this is basically right here is the Indian reservation, the Cherokee today, right now. That Cherokees that never left. Now my relatives did leave, but they didn't leave till long after the Trail of Tears, and they didn't follow the Trail of Tears anywhere. They followed this pathway. This is where the Cherokee Indians, well, probably more Ketawa than Cherokees. And look at some other maps. We'll find out that there is Cherokees here, and there's Ketawas here, and there's also down lower there's Chippewas and Choctaws, and as you can see, there's Quanafee, here's Naquasis. So they're not all Cherokees. The reason that they call it Cherokee is because it's on Hog Hedge. Oh, hi, Andrea. Uh, Cherokee Res by Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I'm going to try and find that. I'll just show you through some of my maps. Maybe I should just click through my maps and see what I have here. So here we are right now. And I don't know what date this is. North America Declaration. This is at the Declaration of Independence. So we're going to try and find, here's North Carolina. So we should have, here's the Ohio River. Here's the Ohio River coming down here. So the Cumberland River would be beneath it. And then, gosh, some of this is, all right. So the Tennessee River is going to go here. Right here, this right here is where, this is the Arkansas River peeling off to the west. And this river going up is the White River going into Arkansas and Missouri. So what they would do is they would come down. They would come down. This right here, this little path right here has got to be the Tennessee, because the Tennessee River rolls across here, goes up into the Ohio, and then you go to the Mississippi. Then you go down the Mississippi to where the Arkansas, we call it Arkansas River meets up with the Mississippi River. And where that meets up, the Arkansas goes west to Pueblo, Colorado, across Oklahoma, and it goes through Tulsa, Oklahoma, it goes through Wichita, Kansas, it goes through Dodge City, and then it goes to Pueblo, Oklahoma. That's the land of the Kansas and the Wichita tribes. The Kansas tribes would be farther north. The Wichita tribe would be down in what is now Oklahoma. Now, my tribe is up here in Missouri, up here on the White River. So that's the two. Once these Cherokees were showing the military how to go across the West. And so they went out in front of the military. They would make settlements in front of the military. And then the military would move in settlers. And then they would move the Cherokees out farther and out farther and out farther and keep moving in settlers until they started doing the wagon trains. And this is where they would go, up to the Ohio River on the Tennessee River, which is the Hogo Hedgie River. Now it's the Tennessee River, up to Ohio River, down Mississippi, and then across the Western Plains on the Arkansas River to Pueblo, Colorado. This is Independence. So there's where we're at right now. Where would Knoxville would be up here at the start of this Hego-Hedgie River, Tennessee River. Knoxville is at the start of that river. And that's Cherokee land right there. These people who tell you that, Cherokee land is in New Dakota down here in Georgia, that's a pretty long stretch, because all the rivers in Georgia run south. The rivers running out of Cherokee land run west. So I think, oh, I'm on the wrong river. This is the Cumberland River. This right here. Okay. Right here where it says north. That's the Tennessee River. That's the Tennessee River. And it goes up and it meets the Cumberland and it meets Ohio and it goes into the Mississippi. This fork coming off of here that's the Little Tennessee River. That was originally where the Tennessee River, that's where Tennessee is named. That's the Tennessee River, which Tennessee is named after the Cherokee name Tennessee River. I'll get better pictures of that. But this is at the Declaration of Independence. So there's a story before the Declaration of Independence about this too. So let me check my messages. How old is that map? That's at the Declaration of Independence. So you wouldn't see Tennessee. It would still be the Tennessee. West Virginia is too. So that is really old. Yeah, it's the Declaration of Independence. I have been on the res. I would love to go to the reservation. I've been on my reservation, which is at Norfolk, Arkansas. My family was in the first treaty, and they left voluntarily. They traded. They traded the land. They got the army to say, "Look, you can have these lands out there if you want to go out there and live." You know, they're friends with the. They were friends with the military. They broke ground. They moved out there, established land on the other side on the White River, on the other side of the Mississippi, and prepared it for settlers to come in, and then they moved them west again and prepared it for settlers to come in, so they could eventually work their way across Oklahoma and Kansas to get to the Rocky Mountains, Pueblo. South Carolina and North Carolina are not that wide. I'll show you. I'll show you. I've got more maps. As you can see, I got a lot of maps here, and I don't know. I just hit the first one. That was the first map. See what this map is. Of course, this map is showing you the Tennessee river bottoms. So this right here is the Tennessee River going up. This river coming over here is the Cumberland River, and this river coming down here is the Ohio River. And then if you could go over here just a little ways, the Mississippi would be over here just to the left of that. See what this one is. Well, this one's not readable, but I think I have a readable copy of this one. See what this one is. This one is paths of the, well, one of these is the path of this. I think it's this one. There's New Echota in Georgia. Well, no. All right. That's where most of the Indians left for, were gathered and went out of Fort Payne on the Trail of Tears and the other Indian evacuations. It was a lot of exiles going on. It wasn't just the Trail of Tears. So my relatives were already gone at this time. But anyway, that's just another map. Show you some of these maps, Andrea. These are routes for the Trail of Tears, which this northern route is the bad one. That's the one they're always talking about, the northern route. I'm pretty sure I'll get into that. Okay, this map of North Carolina is before independence, and up here is the Cherokee land, so you can't see it because it's on the other side of the Cumberland Gap. I guess it would be the Cumberland Gap. Let's see what this map is. South Carolina, Mississippi River. So we're going to probably find, it's a tough map. This is an old one. There they are. Kiowa Indians. Kiowa Indians. This is the Cherokees. It lived right up here in Taquaneri or something. That's where the Cherokees were, I think. Let me see. I don't know. This is a screwy map because it's not really accurate because it's so old. We'll keep going, but there they were. The Kiowa. If I say Kiowa, I think Cherokee. Okay, let's see what this map has for us. Okay, where am I? Holy cow. Cherokees. Oh man, I'd have to mess with this map a while to figure out where in the world I am. Oh, Chetty. I'm not sure here. What is this? North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Wait a minute. This river looks more familiar right here. Find it. Ah, here it is. Here it is. Hogo Hedgie. This river right here where it says country of the, okay, and then it says Cherokees. That between country of the and Cherokees, this is Cherokee land. But only one of these places is Cherokee. Now on this map, we see, I'm thinking this is a little Tennessee, and this is the Euphrates. I'm not sure because I see Taffa. Anytime I see that Taffa or Tulfa or Taffa or something, and I start to think we've got some Russian Indians in there from Russia, and they would not be Mongols. They would be more lost tribes of Israel. Anyway, this is, yeah, Euphrates. There's the town of Euphrates. So this is the Euphrates River, and this is the Little Tennessee River, and this is the Big Tennessee River. Hogohedgie is its name. This is the Cumberland River, and then somewhere over here you would see the no, that's not the Cumberland. This one up here is the Cumberland, but somewhere out here west you would find they meet up and go into Mississippi. Let's check out my next map. I don't know what it is. I'm just pulling up maps. Um, the Cherokee. Cherokee. So I'm betting that this line around here is based on, well, no, it goes all the way down to Georgia, so it's not. So right in here, we're going to find it again. Here's the, now at this time it's called the Tennessee River, okay, or whatever. And Knoxville, Carolina is out here where this big R is. Or no, maybe it's, no, Knoxville's at this fork, I'm pretty sure. No, I'm not sure. But I am sure that this is the Little Tennessee, and this is the Euphrates. And at the fork right here in the Little Tennessee, if we could read some of these names, we'd probably find the Ketawa, because that's where the Ketawa are. Right there. The Cherokees are down here. Cherokee. See, these are, the Cherokee are going to be up here on the other, up here, kind of more towards Knoxville. Pretty close to Knoxville. Uh-oh, I got a message from Tiffy. Let's just pull up. I'll just go through my maps and show you what they are. Now, here's a pretty good, I don't know what year this is 17, so this is right before 1763, right before shows a purchase, Louisiana Purchase. So this would be right before the independence, War of Independence. Here's the Ohio River. Here's the Indian Reserve. There's the Mississippi. So White River would take off somewhere down here. And here's the 13 colonies. And so they pretty much, they call everybody in here, they call them all Cherokees, but they're not all Cherokees in here. There's Choctaws and Chippewas and There's a ton of tribes with EE on the end of them, with the EE sound in them, like Kitawas. The Cherokees are trying to claim that they're Kitawas now, and they're not. They're Cherokees. They were Kitawas. We call them Kitawas, but we don't. We call them Cherokees. Let's see what I have here. And then I'll head back to the side panel. So I'll find, I'm going to find somewhere. There's Ohio. Okay, so here's the Ohio River coming down from, where is it? Cleveland? Coming down from Cleveland, I think. So we'll have a look, see on it. Uh-oh. Tiffy put a link on my timeline. I need to go look. So here's the Ohio. So here's the Hogohadgee River, which today is now called, it's now called the Tennessee River. The Big Tennessee and the Little Tennessee. So here's the Little Tennessee, right here. Little Tennessee. Here's the Euphrates. The Euphrates. Now, why would you call a river Euphrates? These people are lost tribes of Israel. Here's the fork in the Hogohadgee, which is the Tennessee River. Here's the fork in the Tennessee River. This is Knoxville. So this is Knoxville, and this fork is Knoxville in the Tennessee River, and this fork in the Little Tennessee River is the Cherokee Indian Reservation today, as we speak. This is Qualla and the Indian Reservation. Let's see what this one is. Oh, I was going to check the site. Okay, these are just fairly detailed maps of the Trail of Tears, I'm pretty sure. Hop over here and say hello to Andrea. Cumberland Divide is like the continental divide of the eastern side of the United States, right? And the Cumberland meets up with the Ohio and the Tennessee River, and then they dump into the Mississippi River, and then the Mississippi River runs south down to where it meets up with the Arkansas River and the White River. These are all rivers that if the Cherokee, land of the Cherokee, people from the lands of the Cherokee wanted to go visit their friends, the Wichita Indians, and as far as I know, I can't tell you all this for sure, but I think they got along. They were a friendly tribe. The Kansas tribes are pretty friendly. The Wichita tribes are pretty friendly. The Pueblo were pretty friendly until they met the white man, and the only people they ever beat up on was white people. So, and the Spanish finally said, okay, you don't have to believe in Jesus Christ. And then they got along. But if the Cherokee wanted to go over there, that's how they would go. They would hit the Cumberland or the Ohio or the Tennessee River. They'd go to the Mississippi. They'd go down to the Arkansas River. And then they take the Arkansas River all the way over to Pueblo, through Tulsa, Oklahoma, and through Wichita, Kansas, over to Pueblo, Oklahoma. And that is how they cleared the way for the military to clear the path for the wagon trains to go west. When everybody got on the wagon trains to go west. Okay. Just kind of buzz through this real quick here. Oops. What'd I do? Where am I? Okay. Next map. Let's see what it is. It's this is a Trail of Tears map, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Trail of Tears. Trail of Tears came from different places with different people. I mean, all the way down into, you see all these different routes. Only one of these routes was the Trail of Tears, really. But they all left, gathering them up at New Echota, which New Echota is not even in Cherokee land. It's more Chippewa, Choctaw. Okay, another Trail of Tears. Okay, this looks like this is a 13 colony map. All these maps agree, that's for sure. Transylvania was here at this time. This may be pre-independence. Here's the Ohio River. There we go. Ohio River. Here's the Cumberland River running into the Ohio. And here down here is the Tennessee River, the Hogohedgie River, running into Ohio River at the same place that the Cumberland does. So this is the big Tennessee. I'm not sure if we're going to find over here. We should find a little Tennessee running into it. It's not detailed enough. This is there. This is the Cumberland Gap. So Tennessee, and I don't see the little 1772. I don't see the little Tennessee running into the big Tennessee on this map. Any names? Fort Dobbs. I need to look up Fort Dobbs. Knoxville, Fort Knoxville is not here yet at that time. Buffalo Roads. It's a Buffalo Road. A lot of places up here, they could travel actually roads that were made by buffaloes. Herds of buffaloes would cut roads out through the forest for these guys. I think we might have looked at this map. No. It looks like more down in the Georgia. Down in Georgia. This map. So this map we saw a little plainly shows the Kiowa tribe. Now that's spelled Keeteeewah, Kiowa, but that's not how it was originally. And of course, here's the Tennessee, which is the Tennessee River, and here's the Euphrates River, and they tie into the Tennessee River, the Hogohedgie River, Hogohedgie River. See what I got here. Cherokee country. So now they got Cherokees going down into Georgia. That's crazy. No, this was their opinion of what it was, of what the Cherokee, but these ain't all Cherokees out here. Here's the Cumberland. Here we go. Hey, we hit Knoxville now. We hit Knoxville. That's what we've been looking for, is where is Knoxville? See, there's a fork in this river, and there's Fort Knoxville in the fork of the river. And of course, this river right here, going and meeting up with Ohio and the Cumberland, that's the Tennessee River. And right here, Maryville would be that would be where the Cherokee Qualla, the reservation, is now. And Knoxville is Cherokee land. This is Cherokee land, but this idea that Cherokee land extends down in here to Georgia, to New Echota, bullshit. These are not Cherokee. These are other tribes down here. Okay, it's quite a jump. Tennessee River. Tennessee River. Some of that stuff gets really confusing with the Tennessee River. There's the fork. I mean, it's not a well done map. There's Fort Loudon, and here's Knoxville. So this Tennessee, this map's not actually really Marysville. Yeah. I don't know. This map's kind of iffy. Old map, but anyway, I like this map. Let me stop over here before I do this one and say hello to Andrea, because that's where I was talking to Andrea on Facebook before I started doing this. Hello, CJ. There are other tribes in North Carolina. There's a bunch of tribes, a lot of tribes in North Carolina, in the Tennessee, in the Cherokee Valley, the Tennessee River, Tennessee River, same thing. In the Tennessee Valley, there's a lot of tribes that are related to Cherokees. That doesn't mean they're Cherokees. North Michigan, Chippewa. Oh, Chippewas. What am I thinking of? Choctaws and here, I'll tell you what they are because I think they're on this map. Probably. I'm going to run into what is down there in Georgia. Maybe. I don't even think this goes far enough down to show them. Lakota tribe was really from New York State. Well, yeah, they got a lot of Russians. And I can't remember what that Russian, I think it's Tofala tribe. It's in northern Russia. They live out there in the snow and stuff. They would have crossed over what they call the icy bridge or whatever, the Mongoloids. Mongoloid sounds funny. The Mongols, Genghis Khan's tribes came across the same way that the Russian tribes. And that's where you get kind of a mix that makes the Lakotas. Yeah, they're originally, Pine Ridge and I don't know. Gio's dad lives up on Pine Ridge. One of my grandchildren. Now the Crow, I don't know. I thought the Crow was an Iroquois tribe, but I'm not sure because I'm not up on everything, all the tribes. But Iroquois would be more up north. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. I think the Cree's up there. The Cree is up there, Iroquois, and then what else you got up there? I'm not good on Iroquois, really. The Cumberland River should be around Knoxville. The Cumberland River is north of Knoxville. Knoxville is on the Tennessee River. And Tennessee River is the Tennessee River. It's also known as the Cherokee River. It's also known as the Hogohedgy River. I'll show you where in just a minute. Yeah, that's what I did. One day I just started looking up as many maps as I could find and just started downloading them. That's why I got so many of them. Ex-wife is a true Lakota Sioux. The Sioux, right? The Sioux. So that would be up in the Iroquois land. Black Hawk. I don't know who Black Hawk is. Maybe I should get together with him and compare notes. Done quite a bit of study because I got relatives that went down this Tennessee River and then went down the Mississippi and then back up the White River and settled in the 1819 treaty with the Cherokee in Norfolk, Arkansas. I went to a powwow down there. I did a video on here and showed some pictures from that powwow. Let me zoom in here and we'll find the Cumberland, I think. Nope, the Cumberland's going to be up there. I can't quite see it. It's up higher. But here is definitely, here's the land of that. These are actually the Cherokees right here. Cherokees. And they're at the fork in the Hogohadgee River, which is the Tennessee River, which is the Cherokee River. This fork, and where it says Cherokee, that's Knoxville. That's Knoxville. Knoxville is on the Tennessee River. This is the Tennessee River. And you can see here at this time, this is a little Tennessee River. At that time, they were calling it the Tennessee River or the Satico. So the Indian name would be Satico. And so you can see that the Cherokee, whoops, the Cherokee is up here, Knoxville, Tennessee. And the Kiowa is right here, Kittowa, Kiowa, on the little Tennessee, the little Tennessee River. This is the one that has the waterfall on it. No, the Euphrates has the waterfall. This is Euphrates over here. Euphrates, it has the waterfall. The Tennessee, little Tennessee was good for traveling to get down to the big Tennessee, so you could get over to the Mississippi and then to the Arkansas to get to Pueblo, where it says Kiowa right here. I can't pull it over much. I pull it up. Okay, there we go. Where it says Kiowa here, this is modern day. This is the modern day Cherokee Reservation. Cherokee, North Carolina, and Qualla, North Carolina. Modern day reservation. Of course, above it, right here, where it says Cherokee, this is modern day Knoxville on the Tennessee River. Let's see what I got. Oh, cool. Put I don't know why I'm not getting your go to channel. What the heck? It's not letting me do a moderator. Where's my moderator button? I need to give you a moderator so you can post the link. But as you can see, it's just giving me go to channel. Just give me a name and I'll find him from there. And I'll post the link. Sioux have many, yeah, the Iroquois. Yeah, the Iroquois are a group of, that's where you first come, white man first comes in contact with the Iroquois. French. You got the French and the English fighting each other, and the Iroquois are in there. They're fighting too. They were all fighting. People say, oh, you know, the white people came over here and just did all these terrible things to Indians. Indians were doing terrible things to white people and Indians and fighting and trying to gain land too. They were all crazy. Uh-oh. Juice come over here. He probably give me a hard time, you know, when I start trashing on Tahlequah Indians. Because I'm a Union Cherokee, and the Tahlequah Indians are Confederate Cherokees. There was a time in the Union, in the Civil War, when Cherokees were divided into two groups, and they were actually killing each other. So my tribe, which is my tribe would be up in Kansas, Northern Cherokees, were in the Civil War killing Cherokees that were in Tahlequah, Oklahoma, and vice versa. So chances are we could be two sides. Dang, I didn't even put any instant coffee in my coffee, and now my coffee turned cold. Yep, you see what I'm talking there, don't you? And they're totally the ones in Tahlequah were forced to leave Achota, which was not even in Cherokee land, and go to Tahlequah, Oklahoma. They were forcefully removed. The ones in Kansas, in southern Kansas, were never forcefully removed. They moved on their own. They did the job of clearing the land, or scouting out the land and moving settlers west to Pueblo, Colorado, so they could do the wagon trails across Kansas and Oklahoma and wherever. Kansas and Oklahoma, because mostly, well, the Arkansas River goes across Oklahoma and Kansas. And if you're going to go anywhere, the way that you could follow a map in those days was you followed a river. And the river that goes from Knoxville, Tennessee to Pueblo, Colorado is the Arkansas River, the Tennessee and the Arkansas River. That's how they traveled west. And the Cherokee, the Kiowa that lived in Cherokee territory in the Cherokee River bottoms were actually their guides that guided them west from Fort Knox. And also up the White River too, because you can go a lot of places from going up the White River into the Ozarks. So I'll just buzz through my maps here, because I told Andrea I'd show her my maps, because she said, look this up on a map. And I'm like, oh, I've got so many maps. Don't know what this is. Tennessee, Cherokee, there's the Tennessee River. Okay, the creeks, upper creeks, lower creeks. So you see, it says right here, Georgia creeks, and the Choctaw over here, the lower creeks. These are not Cherokees. They're creeks. They're creeks. So New Achota was actually in Creek territory. It was not in Cherokee. Cherokee is up farther north, up here where it says Cherokee. That's where Cherokee, and they're still there today. And old Achota was up here where it says Cherokee. New Achota, where the Trail of Tears came out of, is down here in Creek territory. So not Cherokees. See what we got here. This is Daniel Boone. See this this blue path is Daniel Boone, where he moved down, and Daniel Boone moved down and lived pretty close to the Cherokees. Here it is. Hogohedgie River, right here. This is the Tennessee River. Okay, so Knoxville, Tennessee would be right here. And the first river down, I'm not sure what it is. The second river, I don't know, but somewhere. But here's where we hit the little Tennessee River again. And here at the fork of it, you can see right here, it says Kiowa. Kiowa right there. That's the present day Cherokee Reservation on the land of the Kiowas, Cherokee, North Carolina, and Qualla, North Carolina. And of course, you go up there, up the little Tennessee into the big Tennessee, and then the Cumberland comes rolling down into it, and then you meet the Ohio, and it goes to Mississippi from there. This looks like another Daniel Boone map. Okay. Daniel Boone's map here is pretty good. Another Daniel Boone map. I was trying to get as clear a picture as I could. I find these maps in different places. Boy, what is this? Tennessee, Mississippi. Okay, this is the west side of the Mississippi, but it will show you. This will show you how you come in the Tennessee River, the Cumberland River, the Ohio River. You would come into the Mississippi River. Okay, that's up here somewhere. I don't know where. Up here, I could probably find it, but. So then you go south, down the Mississippi. You keep going south, you keep going south, you keep going south, and right here, just before you get to Arkansas City on the Mississippi, there's two rivers that lead west out of the Mississippi. Here they are. They're heading west out of the Mississippi. They actually dump into the Mississippi, but this is the roadmap that they would follow. Now, my tribe was the first tribe out, way before Trail of Tears. Not way, 20, 30 years before. And they went to settle lands on the White River. So here's the White River coming out of the Mississippi, and it goes up here. And right about here, so it hits a place called Norfolk, and it forks off, and that's where my tribe is, at Norfolk. That was where they started to settle the West for the Union, or the new America, the new Americans preparing to go west. At the same place where the White River comes out of the Mississippi River, also you'll see this river going out over here. This river is the Arkansas River, Arkansas River. It goes through Tulsa, Oklahoma, then it goes through Wichita, Kansas, and then it goes over to Pueblo, Colorado. And that's where they was trying to get to, was getting to the Pueblo, Colorado. Of course, you get over to Pueblo, you're starting to run into Comanches and Apaches and Navajos. You're talking the Genghis Khan line of the Indians, vicious, mean. You see, on this side of the Rockies, these are all mound builders. They're like Mayans, and they build temples. They're called mound builders. They build big pyramids and stuff. The mound builders. They're on the east side of Colorado Rocky Mountains. On the west side of the Rocky Mountains, and they're pretty friendly, the mound builders. On the west side, you're going to find the relatives of Genghis Khan, which are some mean-ass Indians. They will kill you. They kill each other. They're just like, they're born out of Genghis Khan. They're crazy warriors. Pueblo had a hard time with them. Pueblo's right in the middle. Choctaw. Did somebody ask me about Choctaw? There's some Choctaws down here. Where am I? White River. But that's 1805. So that's probably they were pushed. Choctaws weren't, so might have been here, but they were also pushed over here. See, the Cherokees knew these rivers, so they knew these people over here, these tribes, the Wichita tribe and the Kansas tribe, Oklahoma and northern Texas, southern Kansas, Oklahoma, Kansas tribe, and Wichita tribe. No, they were mound builders, so they were not relatives of Genghis Khan. I'm not sure what pueblos are. They're kind of in between. So anyway, let's see what other maps I got. That's on the other side of the Mississippi though. When they were preparing for the wagon trains to run west. This is evacuating the Indians, and there's a lot of story about this, about how this went down. Here's Tahlequah here. These were all Cherokees across the top. These were all the Cherokees that were moving down the Arkansas River, Arkansas River. So you see the Arkansas River coming out of the Mississippi. It goes up here. This is Okmulgee right here. So this is Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okmulgee is 43 miles south of Tulsa. I know, I lived there for 2 years. So Tulsa is right here on the Arkansas River. And then you keep following the Arkansas River up through here, up this way, and you'll hit Wichita, Kansas, which is not on that map. It goes through Wichita, Kansas. It goes to Dodge City, and then it goes to Pueblo, Colorado, which Pueblo, Colorado is on the south side of the Colorado Rocky Mountains. And that's where they're trying to get to. In order to do those wagon trains, they had to open up a path to Pueblo, Colorado. What is this? There's Greenville. Well, here's the Mississippi. There's Arkansas. So, so where am I? I'll be going over this top part. White River would pull out here. So, should be down here around Greenville, maybe. Coffeeville. I don't even know if I want to mess with this one too much. I have to figure out where in the world I am. Houston. Boonville. Uh-oh, Boonville. So I should be just west of Boonville. There's no Tallahatchie. Wow, this is an old one. I know that Boonsville is just on the east side of just east of the Cherokees, Ketawas, whatever. So probably here, there it is, probably the Tennessee, right here. Holy Spears, it's probably, this is probably Knoxville would be here, maybe. This map looks a little messed up. That's Cumberland, Ohio, dumping back into the Mississippi. Here we are, right here. Right here. And you see, totally different names. Totally different names. But I can usually find it. Let me stop over here and say hello. See so many tribes, the Iroquois. That could have been the hunting grounds also. Yeah, the hunting grounds would have been all across Oklahoma, and trading grounds, trading with the Wichita and the Kansas tribes. The Cherokees would be trading with them. I don't know much about the Shawnee. I thought Shawnees are like, we fought with the Shawnees a lot. Daniel Boone, I think, was the people in Daniel Boone's days were like scared of Shawnee Indians because Shawnees would scalp you. I'm pretty sure. But the res is in. The modern map. Now maybe that's a map I need. I don't know. Yep. Okay. Thanks, Jeff. Hi, CJ. Had to let my dog in, and it's starting to snow outside too. By the way, we got about an inch of snow last year. Daniel Boone was over around where my family is in southeastern Kentucky. Daniel Boone is in two places. Okay, you're talking about, I can't remember it is. It's a big buffalo path. It's up in more northern side of Kentucky. But Daniel Boone built his house first just east of the Cherokee River bottoms. But where all the land that Daniel Boone went out and settled, none of that was where his family was. His family was like, I don't know, 75 miles away, 50 miles away from there. More south and to the east is where his house was. Boonesboro, I think it is. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at that. Trading posts on the rivers. Right, fur traders because the rivers, and for tobacco and for wampum beads and whatever, because that's how they travel on the rivers. Lot of canoes, lot of boats. The boats, actually, the Cherokee boats look like look like Noah's Ark. They look a lot like Noah's Ark, but you know, a lot of canoes, and that was the road maps. That was and the Indians knew the road maps. They knew the rivers, but the new American military, they didn't know. They didn't know the rivers. They didn't know the road maps. So they had to use the Cherokee to go out in front of them and settle places to establish a river to travel west on. And all the way, they're going through new fur country. They're saying they just wiped out all the beavers. And all the beavers turned into hats before they had silk hats. Shawnee were peaceful. You're thinking of the Pawnees. That could be. Could be. I'm not sure. I'd have to go look at that a little bit. I'm not an expert on Daniel Boone. I just kind of know where his house was, and I know where his campaigns were. There's a park named after. I may have some more Daniel Boone maps here. I'll probably run across some more Daniel Boone maps. I'm sure. Oops. I'm sure I will. I'm just going to run through the maps. Just run through. And so, like, if you want to come back and see these maps, you'll know they're here. So, Arkansas, Illinois, this thing looks like it's turned some kind of crazy. Oh, here's Kansas. What is this one? Illinois. Arkansas down here. I got to be down around in here. Let's see. Indian Territory, Kansas. This is Oklahoma. So this would be, Tahlequah would be about here. Ozarks. Ozarks. See, my tribe is from the Ozarks. Oh boy. Would take me a while to sort through this one, because see, now we have Table Rock Lake, Bull Shoals Lake, and Norfolk Lake all across here. Not so much rivers. So it might take me a while to sort this one out. Ozarks would be, if those are Ozarks, we would go up farther towards Jefferson to find, there she is. The Ohio River. Ohio River coming out of pretty sure that's Ohio. Man, Osage. And there's a whole story about the Osage Indians too. My dad is related. Here's the Creek Indians, Osage, so we must be too far west. It might take me about. There's Greenville, so see all these names are different. I'm not gonna sort through this. River, St. Louis. Oh gosh, we're east of the St. Louis. Oh, I knew that though. So somewhere out of here, we ought to find Charleston, where the White River and the Arkansas run out. I don't know. I have to look at that one for a while. But that's east side of the Mississippi. See what this is. I never know what I'm going to pull up. Nashville. Nashville. Somerville. Memphis. Mississippi. Where in the world would there's Knoxville? Where in the world would Knoxville be? Seems like Knoxville is probably not here yet. This is probably before Knoxville. Orleans River. See, sometimes the names are so different that I'd have to go in here and figure out what the hell. Ah, look at that. No, that's a Hatchetee. I'd have to take some time to figure that map out. It's a pretty old one. What do we got here? The fake land of the Cherokees. This is not, this whole territory is not the Cherokees' territory. It's just, the Cherokees have one little spot in this place. They're bullshitting you. One little spot. And only part of that is the Cherokee Valley. Jews in West Africa. I'm not going to get into the Jews in West Africa. West of the Kuala Land. Oh, can't see it. Darn it. That would be a good map. Okay, this is just the first 7 Confederate states. Is that 7 states? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. It could be somewhere between 7 Confederates and 13 Confederates. Ah, heck of a map here. Lake Ontario, Lake Erie. Somewhere down here, running out of Lake Erie should be Ohio. Is that right? Another tough map to sort this one out. But I've sorted it out. I sorted this out. I've sorted all these out. So, Ohio, Kentucky River. I need to find out more about that Kentucky River. I'm not going to try and sort this one out right now. The Mitchell map. Pretty clear on the Mitchell map. Ohio is well defined, headed into the Mississippi right here. Ohio into the Mississippi. The Cumberland is not very well defined in this map. It's right there. There's the Cumberland. Cumberland's usually shown as a bigger river than that. But this big river coming out of here, this is the Tennessee River. also known as the Hogoheji River, also known as the Tennessee River, going up, meeting up with Ohio and hooking into the Mississippi. So if we go over here on the Tennessee River, we follow it, we'll find two rivers that run into it. One of those is the Euphrates River, and the other one is the Little Tennessee, the Little Tennessee River. And at the fork in the river, we'll find right here, you can't read it, but right here it says Ketawa. That's modern day Kuala, North Carolina, and modern day Cherokee, North Carolina, the reservation in the fork of the Little Tennessee River, which you could travel the Little Tennessee River. You had a harder time traveling the Euphrates because it has a waterfall, as far as I know. Will we find Knoxville on this one? No. See this fork right here? This fork is Knoxville. And it says right here, Hogoheji or Cherokee River. This is the fork in the big Tennessee. The Hogi River, Cherokee River. This is a fork. This is Knoxville, Tennessee. So this is where Knoxville, they don't say Knoxville, but there it is, Knoxville, Tennessee. As you'll notice, it's in North Carolina. Let's see, next map. Cherokee lands included in the Sycamore Shoals Agreement. Shoals is on the way on the Tennessee River, I do believe. Of course, there's another map that I'd have to sort out. Looks like Cumberland. This river right there's a good picture of the Cumberland River, and always underneath the Cumberland River will be the Tennessee River, which looks like they kind of got it screwed up. Again, before Knoxville shows up. Cumberland, Ohio. There's Ohio. I can't, you know why I can't find it? It's covered up by this text right here. That's why I can't find it. I think this is South Africa. Okay, Negro land in South Africa. That's when I was studying Israel. The 10 lost tribes of Israel. Which, of course, the tribe of Judah is not lost. It's Jewish. I think this is a good map. This is a great map here. Really shows, I might have looked at it already. Here's the Euphrates River. And here's the Little Tennessee River running into the Cherokee, the Tennessee River, the Hogoheji. It says right here, Hogoheji. Here's the Cherokee tribe right here, Knoxville, Tennessee. That would be Knoxville. And below it, it doesn't quite have where it says Tennessee River right here. This is the fork. This is, I think this is Fontana Lake now. It's actually Fontana Lake. And Kuala would be right here. Kuala would be right here. And modern day Kuala, modern day Cherokee, North Carolina, modern day Cherokee reservation right here. Pretty good map. Kind of like that one. Okmulgee. This is where I went to school at. Okmulgee. And I would get into some more, another tribe. If we went to Okmulgee, because the courthouse, the Indian courthouse is in Okmulgee. Okay, this is This is how the Cherokee, the Kiowa, moved west and cleared a path for the military, for the Americans, the new nation of America, to travel west across the Arkansas River to Pueblo. So this is where my tribe is at, this green spot right here in Arkansas on the White River. On the White River. Here's the White River going up this side of it. This land was all gave to the Kiowa and the Cherokees by the Americans to go out and establish this. And then later settlers would move in. And then then of course, as you can see, the settlers moved in, the Cherokees moved. They moved west again. Okay. Then the settlers move in, they move west again, following the Arkansas River, which we'll find it running through here. Probably this river. See, this river. This river is the Arkansas River. So Tulsa, Oklahoma would be right about here. But in those days, they didn't have the same names. Right about here. And then as you went into, you follow the river up into here, actually, and there it is. What do you know? Where do I live? I live in Wichita, Kansas. This is Wichita, Kansas, on the Arkansas River. And as you can see, it keeps going west. It keeps going west. This is how the wagon trains knew how to go west, because of this river. It keeps going west, and it goes to Pueblo, Colorado. And you can see the Cherokees were spread out all the way over to Pueblo, Colorado. And these are new Cherokee. The Cherokees knew this land, but they knew these people, the Wichita and the Kansas tribes, mound builders. They were mound builder tribes. They were not Genghis Khan tribes. And they started moving the settlers west, and that's what ended up, supporting the wagon trains. The wagon trains could only go west because these Cherokees went first. And these are not the Cherokees that were on the Trail of Tears. Because they left way before that. They left in 1817. I'd have to look at my card. I had my card. It showed I'm a member. I'm a card carrying member of the Western Branch. They left early and established this trail. And then the Trail of Tears was like 1836, 30 years later. So this is a fake map trying to tell you that all this territory is Cherokee. No, it's not. The Cherokees are one little spot in there. Koala. Okay. Here's what we've been looking back now that I've told you where all those rivers are. Okay. Here's Fontana, Lake Fontana. Okay. We'll zoom right in here and we'll see. This is North Carolina. Well, they don't show Koala. Where it says Wesser, that's where Koala is. Cherokee is right up here. Okay. Now I've been saying there's this little Tennessee River, Tennessee, at the fork. That's where Koala is. This is a reservation. It should say reservation somewhere. I don't know. It says Cherokee. This is Lake Fontana Dam. Lake Fontana is on the Little Tennessee. The Little Tennessee runs into the Big Tennessee. Okay, and then the Big Tennessee, we follow it over, as you know, to the Mississippi. If we follow the Tennessee River the other way, boom, there's Knoxville. So Knoxville is on the Cherokee River, the Tennessee River, the Hogohedgy River. And the Cherokees were up right above Fontana Lake. So right in here somewhere in here would be the actual tribe of the Cherokee. It's probably right on Knoxville, the actual tribe of the Cherokee. These ones down here by where it says Cherokee, these are Kiowa tribe. And the Cherokee tribe that's in Tahlequah today is trying to tell everybody, we're the Kiowa, we're the Kiowa. Well, you're not. you're just not, okay? You're you are from New Echota. Who knows how many tribes you are got mixed up in your blood. Koala. Here's a map. Show us again. Here's Cherokee. And here's Koala. This is modern day. This is the Eastern Cherokee Reservation. There's the casino. There's the Cherokee. There, my family name is Qualls. Qualls from Koala, Gatewood, Gator, and Robert, Bobcat. The Army would give them these names. You know, they'd be like, "What's your name?" My name is Gator. Okay, we're gonna name you Gatewood. Okay. What's your last name? What the fuck is a last name? Where are you from? I'm from Koala. Okay, you're now Gatewood Qualls. You know, that's how the Army would name you. So, yeah, this is Lake Fontana now. You can't hardly see it through here. But the river goes up in here and meets up into, again, there she is, the Tennessee River, right through Bryson City and up to somewhere up, probably up in here would be Knoxville, Tennessee. Another map of Koala. Koala, Smoky Mountains, Gatlinburg, Greater Smokies. I don't know if I'm gonna. This is so. There's the Tennessee. Fontana Lake. Here's Fontana Lake. So Koala is right here by Bryson City. And then Fontana. Is this running backwards? No. Yeah, Fontana Lake. Out of Fontana Lake, down the river into the Tennessee River. Where in the world is Knoxville on this? Don't know why Knoxville's not on that map. Another Koala map. Okay, this looks like some kind of old establishment of the Koala. So this is actually the area of when they mapped off Koala, which was a chaos of rivers and stuff at that time. Some pretty. These are the road maps for people. Nobody followed any roads. They followed rivers. Route races. Wow. Do I want to get into the route races? No, I don't. Who is this? Sycamores. I don't know who this is. Kentucky, Boonesboro. Oh, I was looking at Daniel Boone's. Daniel Boone. So, yeah, Daniel Boone is quite a story. So here's the Kentucky River up here, Boonesboro. See, Boonesboro I think Boonesboro is where, no, I'm not sure where his house was. His house was more down here by the Cumberland Gap. Here's the Cumberland River. But where Daniel Boone did the most establishing, exploration would be more up here between the Cumberland and the Ohio River. But his wife lived down here somewhere. So, and he was never home. She never knew if he was dead or alive. He was always gone. Daniel Boone's an interesting story. He didn't wear no damn coonskin cap either. He wore a hat just like mine, a Scala. Okay, there's a good shot of the Tennessee River. Don't know what year I'm in here. Here's Knoxville. Here's Knoxville, Tennessee. On the Tennessee. There's the fork that I'm telling you about. Knoxville is at, well, there's two forks. But Knoxville is at the fork. It starts out at the fork at the start of the Tennessee River. I believe Fort Loudon was there first, I think. Before, it was the first fort, and then Knoxville was the later fort. I'm not sure about that. Hiwassee. Hiwassee, I don't know. This is the Euphrates. I don't know why they call it Hiwassee. I don't know. Why do they call it Euphrates? I don't know. But this is the Little Tennessee, which is the Tennessee, and there's Fontana Lake, Knoxville, Fontana Lake, Qualla, Indian Reservation, Knoxville, Tennessee, Indian Reservation, very close to each other. Upwater from Knoxville, Tennessee, Cherokee Lake. Knoxville is Cherokee land. Knoxville is Cherokee land. Trail of Tears. I'm not going to get into the Trail of Tears, but if anybody wants to see the map, there is one route on the Trail of Tears that goes right across here into Fort Smith. And that is, well, actually, that's Little Rock. So that's the Arkansas River, because the Arkansas River comes out of Little Rock, goes to Tulsa, and then goes to Wichita. Trail of Tears went up over here. Right here is the white. This is my Indian reservation. So these Trail of Tears guys that were actually so many of them dying, going to Tahlequah, went right through the original Cherokee land from when the Kiowas moved west, cutting ground for the new independent American government. Went right through them. Then they didn't, we didn't say, okay, you guys are treating these Cherokees terrible. Why don't you drop them off here? They can live with us. Now, I'm sure, some of them probably dropped off, but most of them weren't really like Kiowa Cherokees, so they probably didn't even know that they were going right through Cherokee-owned lands that had been treated to them, to the Cherokee, to the Kiowas in 1870, 30 years before that. That's an interesting thing. Trent's boots. I ordered Trent some new boots. Don't know why that fell in here. And if you just want a general map of wondering where the tribes are, they don't have the Wichita, the Kansas, which the Kansas would be up here in Kansas, and then the Wichita tribes would be along the Kansas border with Oklahoma and in the northern part of Oklahoma. probably down into Oklahoma, and maybe even probably not into Texas, because you got a lot of Comanches down there, and you don't want to mess with the Comanches. It's interesting. These tribes are all over here, the Shawnee and the Navajos and the Apaches, not so much the Pueblos, the Comanche. They kill you in an instant. they they don't like anybody. They don't like um, mound builders, mound builder Indian tribes. They don't like Mexicans. Oh, a lot of them probably Mexicans. They don't like white people. They just kill every. They don't like. They don't. They don't like the tribe next to them, whoever they are. They come out of the bloodline of Genghis Khan. So here you can see the Iroquois, which are a mixture of these tribes up here, over here on the East Coast, and then as you get down east farther, you kind of run into, I guess we call it the Cherokees now. Because it's on the Cherokee River bottoms. And then you got the Creeks, and you got the Seminoles. The Seminoles are known for being like the tribe of Reuben. Also, Cherokees are often said to be the tribe, the lost Israel tribe of Reuben, which Reuben was the firstborn. And here's your Chickasaws and your Choctaws. And they actually, extend over here into this creek area. And here's the Shawnee up here. I still wonder about that Daniel Boone and Shawnee and Pawnee. I need to look into that. This is where I ended off. And by the time I get done, there'll probably be more maps in this folder. So just sharing that. Just sharing that map folder with my friend. Let's see if I get my picture back. Andrea. Because I told her, hey, I'll come, I'll hop on for a few minutes and show you my maps. Let's see. Boom. Trading posts on the rivers, yes. Shawnee, No, he was all over. There's a park, yeah. And do some studying on Daniel Boone. Energy Force. Native Americans, nice. I love Native Americans. I love studying where they moved to and how they interacted with the military. Because sometimes the Indians would be the military's friends. Sometimes they would be the military's enemies. And that started like way back with the Spanish and the French and the English all fighting over this new, well, it wasn't really new. They say, oh, Christopher Columbus discovered America. No, he didn't. Not even close. It was already discovered way before he got here. That's just a big joke. Cherokee tribe is my favorite tribe to learn about. They are an interesting tribe. Cherokees are an interesting tribe because they're so Hebrew, and they're mound builders. They're right in the middle of the Indian mound builders that are east of the Rocky Mountains. And so they're pretty friendly. They're pretty how do I say? They're great map builders. They're engineering inclined. All right. Well, I said I was going to do these maps for Andrea, and I got them up here. And if anybody has anything they disagree with me about it, leave it in the comments, because I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And I'm willing to study every new viewpoint. I've been studying this, well, about 17 years now, on and off, on and off. But I really kicked it into high gear when Elizabeth Warren decided she was going to be an Indian. She might be. I got a little Indian from a couple of different directions. But I know mine is so far assimilated into the white race that I can't really call myself an Indian. That doesn't mean I'm not going to go study my family history, though. Peace out, Jefferson T. Rowe. Hey, anybody want to know? I just see my wife, Tammy, in Walmart. She was walking 90 miles an hour down the aisle. The other day, she wanted to be. She's like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go through chemo. I just want to be dead. She is hot on her heels and she's breathing. She's not going anymore. She's breathing fine. She's walking fast. So another chemo coming up in about 2 or 3 weeks, though. So probably about 2 weeks. They're gonna cut back, not hit her as hard. Jefferson T. Rowe, peace out. Man, with any viewers, as few viewers as I got, I don't know. Do I want to try and fill in a Saturday night for fucking Cooper? That would take booze. That would take some booze. I might. I guess I'd have to advertise first that I was actually gonna get off my down in the dump and get out the beer and let's hoop and holler. Peace. Later.